Hi, my name is Vasant Nath. I'm a writer and director, and you are watching me on webfair.live. And just as soon as Netflix started looking for writers for Sacred Games, I was it felt like I was the first through the door over there. I was, very, very happy for that. I was also very scared because it was completely new. I would be working with two writers on the same thing. I wound up in Delhi University studying English literature, and I did some theatre while I was there. Then I went to the University of Cambridge in the UK to study sociology and politics. And I think that's where I got my first chance to direct a play. So I took a play to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Seeing how far people can take their work was something that I was very inspired by. So I think I came back really looking for the next step where I would be able to express my voice without holding back. And somehow I thought film school was the way to do it. So I applied to film school. I didn't get into film school, but I had already worked as an assistant director on an international feature film, where I met a lot of other creators, a lot of young people who had either previously assisted the same director or were associated with that film in a different way. One of them was Vikramaditya Motwani, and he gave me the assurance that if I come to Mumbai and just start working, it would be possible. He gave me the confidence to do it. I came here and I had a lot of friends who were already assistant directors. They were already established. One of them was Alankrita Srivastav, who made Lipstick Under My Burkha. Another one is Akshay Roy, who made Meri Pyari Bindu. I wrote a short film which Akshay, who was already an established AD, agreed to be the first assistant director on, and Vikramaditya agreed to be the cameraman on. And then the short film went and it exhibited at some of the top film festivals, short film festivals in the world, where I got to travel and I got to meet other people who were writing and directing stuff like me. And suddenly it just felt like the sky was the limit. I remember a time where I came back with a whole bunch of short films that I had been really inspired by. And there was this society back then it was called Biscope, and my friend Manas Malhotra had conceptualized that along with a few friends. Manas is now he is a facilitator at Amazon, and back then he was just encouraging people to come out and look at independent filmmaking from the production side of things. So he invited me to showcase these short films and along with my own. And I remember Anurag Kashyap had been in the audience, and we had both stood up and had spoken about why it is so inspiring to go out and meet other creators like oneself. All those things gave me the courage to eventually decide to embark on an independent writing career. And what really helped me in that point of time was that the talent representation company Tulsi was at its very nascent stages at that time, and I became one of their first clients. Datta Dave of Tulsi had the foresight to know that that good writing is going to be recognized and needed in the years to come, and I'm talking about 2010. So I don't know, I took a chance on him. He and Chaitanya became friends. And they started standing behind me when I went out to get the kind of work that I wanted. I wrote a film called Sebastian Wants to Remember that got picked up by the NFDC as part of their many development programs. I went through their script development lab. I did a director's lab with them. I did various co-production markets where I was paired with a German producer who our plan was to have an Indo-German co-production that makes this film. And at that time, Lunchbox had just come out. It was that big bubble of independent filmmaking where there were so many possibilities. But unfortunately, I don't know, the time passed before that film could be made, and suddenly it was less and less feasible to make independent films in India. And there were a few years where I felt that, my God, my voice is just being left behind. And then Netflix and its plans for India. And suddenly I found that Datta's predictions for a great time for writers in India just came true. I mean, it was just immense foresight. And just as soon as Netflix started looking for writers for Sacred Games, I was kind of, it felt like I was the first through the door over there. I was, very, very happy for that. I was also very scared because it was completely new. I would be working with two writers on the same thing. But I think the whole spirit was that everybody was very eager and ready to take the challenge on, no matter how apprehensive or scared we were. And Vikram set the tone to just take the challenges as they come. And that's where it went from there.